Yes.
All right, I'm hitting the button.
We're hitting the button.
All right, I think we're live. I don't know. We're probably live. We still got a few minutes before 9 o'clock, so we're waiting on any stragglers before we start.
I almost bought a Budweiser cowboy hat today.
Really? Why?
Because they had it for sale.
I cannot hear a word he's saying.
America. What in the hell is my computer doing?
You need a young priest. You need an old priest. The power of Christ compels you.
Oh, I know why you can't fucking hear me.
Because you walked away.
Yeah, it's because I'm used to using StreamYard, which has its default uses my headset instead of my mic, my laptop mic hold up.
You can change that in the options here.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm looking to do right now. But the default is not set up that way.
Uh-oh. G-Webs is out there. Watch out.
Are you going to say something about my flag?
There we go.
Well, no, you're displaying it in the proper context, I believe. So I don't think he's gonna say anything.
I guarantee probably will.
He probably will, though.
Well, from my perspective, it's facing the correct direction. But when you look at it on camera, everything's reversed, so it looks like it's backwards.
No, I think it looks right on the YouTube side.
Yeah, it looks proper on my side.
Oh, shit. Travis P11 in the hizzy.
Hey, kids. What's going on? How we doing?
Apparently, I have a party in here, Travis.
Yeah, we are having a party. You got a lot of cool people today, huh?
Yeah.
Got Duke going on. We got a little Honda action. Look at that. Look at that.
Yeah.
This is the
Take it
party,
after Travis P11 showing off his swag.
I hope I don't get hit for him holding them.
There's
live right now?
Yes, we are.
Oh.
I just
Those are just airsoft. They're just
I'm just
airsoft.
improving the background, you know.
There you go.
All right.
Flexing a little flex.
Yeah,
There.
they're Nerf. They're the new Nerf.
I've always wanted
line.
to use that word, flex.
I just hope the YouTube algorithm doesn't go after me for that. I don't think they will.
Well, I mean, the worst that would happen is they would shut your chat down, and then you just start a new one. You just started. It's fine.
All right, we got Jason in here.
The
Hello,
profit
everybody. How
angry,
you
isn't it?
doing?
Is that the profit like money profit or PRO?
No, that's Angry American.
PAGT? What? Who?
No, yes, like the money because
Oh,
that's what
okay,
you use
okay. The
use
profit's
churches
angry.
to make profit.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm the financial wing of
Okay.
the Church of Night Strike.
Oh, excellent. Yes, I can't wait for that Last Supper picture to get photoshopped.
Yeah, apparently now the what is it? The sacrament is Code Red, Mountain Dew, and
Doritos.
No, it's not Doritos. It's
Doritos of night.
No, Pizza Bites.
Pringles.
Pizza Bites.
No, Pizza Bites and Code Red Mountain Dew.
Pizza bites of Night Strike.
Yes.
I feel like
Body and his blood is Code Red Mountain Dew.
I feel like donuts somehow need to be involved, or
We can do
something
donut holes.
fried, like
Donut
fried
holes.
chicken.
Donut
Oh, yeah,
holes.
donut-
Those are
Yeah.
what you baptize the baby with. Is
Donut
just
holes?
like donut glaze.
So instead, when you take the sacrament,
Oh,
instead of
God,
drinking
that's awful.
wine and eating bread, you drink Code Red and eat a donut hole.
I guess.
There,
I don't know.
you dunk the donut hole in the Code Red, and then you intink the donut hole, and then you eat it. So, see, I went to Catholic high school, so I can make fun of this stuff. And I wasn't Catholic when I went, but
I knew
Yeah.
people that went to Catholic high school, so I can make fun of it.
yeah, there you go.
I am Catholic.
I am Catholic, and I know George is Catholic.
What person on the border ain't Catholic now?
A mí no me gusta.
No me gusta iglesia. Ay, mommy.
Oh boy. Matt's in here now. Watch out.
Hey, what's Matt's position in the church? Is he the archbishop?
I think he.
Yes, he is the spreader of the word.
No,
He gives-
he's not the archbishop.
Spreader of the seed?
He's the Pope.
He's the Pope. Oh,
He's the
everybody is the Pope. Hey.
I feel like the Pope is like super evil. Like you see a picture of him, and you're just like, if I saw him eating a baby, it would make sense. You know?
Yeah, because every pope has basically been based off Lord Sidious since like
Yeah,
the
this is true.
1970s.
Without the wrinkles.
I think Lord Sidious was based upon the Pope.
That's possible too,
It's
actually.
possible too. Yeah.
Honda, I got a question to ask you.
Oh, sure.
When you were waiting and stuff, you know, like being server or waiter, you know, did you ever have any people like when you serve somebody, like tell you their names? Like, hi, I'm Kyle. This is my wife Linda, and this is my 2 kids, Jim and Jane.
Yeah, that's weird because like I deal with so many people on a daily basis that like the chances of me remembering your name, even till the end of the meal, is like pretty much zero. Let alone next time. Like, there's people I've worked with for 3 months and I don't know their name.
So you ever see that Progressive commercial where that guy's like teaching young adults to not be like their parents? And it makes me laugh because I like the part where it says, here's a tip. The waiter doesn't need to know your name. You know, you woke up early. Nobody cares. That was just funny. I love those things.
I had someone tell me a story because they were getting a slushie for their 4-year-old or something, or like 3 or 4-year-old kid. And they're like, "Oh yeah, I owe my kid a slushie." And I'm like, "Oh, that's nice. Like, what kind of slushie do you want?" And he's like, "Yeah, I was in the car and I put him in his car seat and I took off and I didn't close the door and his car seat went flying out of the car. So I owe him a slushie." And I'm like,
that's way too much context, people.
I'm like, dude, like you didn't have to tell me that to get him a slushie. Now I'm thinking about calling Child Protective Services.
Right?
Imagine being the old lady trying to cross the street, like you're just minding your own business, and this guy comes whipping around the corner. You're like, huh, he was speeding, and next thing you know, you get like T-boned by a 4-year-old on a child seat.
So, all right. Welcome to Hit or Miss.
What was that?
I'm your host,
That was an M1 Grand falling apart.
Yeah.
No,
Was that the sound of your tip getting caught?
no,
Oh my gosh.
no, that was not the sound of Matt's tip getting caught in the bolt carrier.
I mean, see, it's really hot in here is the thing. So
No, welcome to Hit or Miss. I'm your host, Night Strike, and I have a very colorful panel with me this evening.
Yeah.
So,
Colorful. What's that supposed to mean?
Yeah,
Yeah. What is that supposed to mean?
I'm really confused by that
Yeah.
statement.
What do you mean?
be racist to me.
Oh, my
people always
God.
get picked on. Jeez.
oh my God.
Not worthy enough
Anyway,
to be in the Church of Night Strike. I see how it is.
Then my outcast says a slushie's getting off cheap. She's right, you know. But yeah, let's go through the panel and let everyone, say hello. So first up, he was in here first. What's going on? What's going on, Honda?
America can't say the word because it's a Night Strike channel and he's got PG-13. America. I don't know. How's it going?
Yeah. Coming through to save the Night Strike Day. Yeah. Terrorist, your game is through. When Night Strike comes for you. Night Strike. Yeah. Coming through to save Night Strike's Day. Yeah. You know, you can put Night Strike in just about anything and like make a song out of it or, remix it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of possibilities with that.
All right. Angry, say hello.
Hola.
Okay, thank you, Angry.
I just want to let everyone know the collection plate will be getting passed around all night long. All profits go to benefit the Church of Night Strike and help spread his word.
Amen, bro.
And Nomini Patriot Fili is Spiritu Night Strike.
Yes.
Amen.
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 Night Strike, man.
Amen.
Night men. Night men.
On the fifth day, he proclaimed, "Thou shalt not pee in fridge."
Yes.
And he saw that it was good.
We need to have the 10 Commandments of Night Strike. I think we need to come up with those this evening.
All right. Anyways, Duke, it's been a while. Where you been?
Well, I've been hanging out on some other channels.
Gee, you don't say.
Making friends. Things
Yeah.
are good.
Yeah.
Taking a few naps here and there. It's all right.
There you go. There you go.
You.
Just making sure, getting real teased with the aliens. It's all right. Things are good.
Well, watch out for that alien behind your back, dude.
Whoa.
Wow!
Yeah,
It's
so,
crazy.
Ah.
Travis, what's going on?
Not much, man. I'm just kind of sitting here thinking about how I could rewrite the Bible to fit Night Strike. You know.
Oh no, God, please don't.
He broke the Doritos and passed it off and said, "Take this, all of you need it. This is my body." And then he cut his hand on the 1911 and said, "This is my blood," which I spilled for all of you. And no, I'm just messing with you. I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. Yeah, just check out my channel, Travis P11. Got a lot of cool videos on it, and that's about it. Got a 1911 we're going to be giving away here, hopefully in a couple weeks, in conjunction with SS Pawn, and I'll have videos posted on my channel about that for you guys to enter. So make sure you check it out. But thanks for the invite, man. I appreciate it.
Yep.
Stuff.
All right, then we got Jason. What's going on, Jason?
Hey, what's going on, man? I heard on the 7th day you said I fucked up Royal.
And then we all rested.
No. I think I took a nap on the 7th day. I'm just saying, but no. Yeah. Thanks for jumping in, Jason. George, what's going on?
Hey, how's it going? How's it going, everybody? I'm George Cortez, also known as South Texas AR Guy on Instagram. Thank you for the invite. I'm glad to be here.
All right, thanks for jumping in. And Matt, what's going on?
Matt.
Did you know that the average adult?
No, I don't want to get copyrighted.
I thought he says poop. He goes poop. He definitely needs to be converted.
It's a commercial. It's not copyrighted. I play it on mine all the time. Don't worry, it's fine.
You can take a laxative once a week, and that'll help that toxic.
I don't want to get demonetized.
That's gonna be a couple burritos. That does it to me.
Is that the
Taco
perfect
Bell,
food?
baby?
I had the Taco Bell today, so I'll probably get rid of 5.
Oh yeah,
I got 5 pounds of undigested Taco Bell on my bowels. Yeah,
I had Taco Bell today because it was Taco Tuesday. So
there you go, man.
Wow.
I feel like that wasn't the excuse.
Well, don't talk back to your Lord and Savior, okay?
I'm just saying.
Wait.
Steve is here?
You've now committed a sin. Huh?
No. We got to say it in the proper context so Angry gets it.
Oh,
Angry?
Okay.
Thou shalt not question the Night Strike.
Ooh.
Wasn't questioning.
Now, Night Strike, you do know you have a competitor, right?
Yeah, I heard Steve.
All hail Steve.
Now, what about hard rain, though? Where do you stand on the hard rain issue? Are you sticking with it, or are you going to rage quit?
I mean, as we discovered today in our text chat, everybody's hard today. So,
Joe,
it started with Duke, so Duke was the first one.
Give enough time, there might be some rain too. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if you don't look at the American flag and get a little stiffy. I don't know.
Yeah, it's true.
I look at the Texas flag and get a stiffy.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
It's Texas. What can we say? All right, so yeah, I got a bunch of topics to talk about tonight, but I think I want to talk about the one that's the elephant in the room right now.
Hey, don't be hard on yourself.
Yeah, I know. There we go.
Hey, man, I've lost a few pounds. Thank you very much.
It was that before or after you took Zupu?
Yeah. Oh, the perfect poop?
Yeah.
Is that what they call it?
I have one every morning.
We've had that commercial on our radios and stuff here for a year. And do you want to carry that around with you all day?
I don't know. But yeah, the elephant in the room is the ATF released new proposed pistol brace rules. The comment and questions or the comments isn't over yet, but they decided just to release the rules preemptively, like they really don't care about what the comments are going to say. You just do as we say or else. And Hana, we were talking about this earlier in the chat. Could you go over again your line of thinking on this?
Well, there was 2 things really. First of all, it starts with the bump stock ban, right? And how a circuit court judge had ruled that, in fact, that is unconstitutional, your ban that you had placed on these bump stocks, and people can have them. And then what did the ATF do? They said, we're going to do what we want to do anyway. Screw you, judge. We're going to just keep doing what we're doing, right? So obviously the law doesn't apply to them. So therefore, and my other thought was this: if the speed limit on the highway is 55 and everyone's driving 85, is the speed limit really 55? The answer is
Posted,
no.
yes. Enforced, no.
Right. So if we all just drive 85 and no one's going to pull anybody over for it, is it really against the law?
Oh. Interesting. Never thought of that.
Yeah. So, anyways, this is the whole thing on the pistol brace thing is ridiculous. Like, they announced that that even though, where is it? Here it is. They announced the rulings, and basically, it doesn't matter what kind of brace or what kind of stabilizer fin you have. Pretty much all pistols, period, are more or less SBRs.
Did you just say Allah?
No, all.
Whoa! Fucking hell!
Whoa!
No.
Heard it too.
No,
I heard Allah.
No.
Oh man!
I think you meant to say all the AR pistols.
All the AR pistols, because it says the maximum length of a pistol would be 26 inches. That would make any AR-15 style pistol with a barrel over 7 inches an SBR, regardless of any other determination features. The measurements of a 7-inch AR pistol from the rear of the buffer tube to the front of the gun are 25 inches.
But is a 10-inch AR going to be enough?
No, a 10-inch AR would be.
I feel like Link knows the answer to this.
It would be out of it would be too long.
I got the joke, dude.
Thanks so much.
So the document reads, given the public interest surrounding these issues, the ATF is proposing to amend the definition of rifle in 27 CFR 478.11 and 479.11, respectively, by adding a sentence at the end of each definition. The new sentence would clarify that the term rifle includes any weapon with a rifle barrel and equipped with an attached stabilizing brace that has objective design features and characteristics that indicate that the firearm is designed to be fired from the shoulder, as indicated on ATF worksheet 4999. 1 point, minor indicator. The weapon could be fired from the shoulder. 2 points, moderate indicator. The weapon may be designed and intended to be fired from the shoulder. 3 points, strong indicator. The weapon is likely designed and intended to be fired from the shoulder. 4 points, decisive indicator. The weapon is designed and intended to be fired from the shoulder. The ATF would consider any gun with a score of 4 or more points an SBR. Firearms over 13.5 inches would automatically be an SBR. If a pistol has a standard buffer tube, then the firearm would be assigned 2 points. The ATF would consider any gun that is over 120 ounces an SBR. More confusingly, if a firearm has flip-up sights, then the ATF would give the gun 1 point towards becoming an SBR. The ATF would assign a gun with a red dot 2 points. The ATF doesn't see why a shooter would use a red dot on a pistol. Apparently, they never heard of RMRs.
That's a good point. I'm like, you can look through it and still see a dot. I got a Vortex Strike Fire too, and you can still see the dot through it.
I mean, because of that whole ruling right there with the ATF, that means that any pistol, any normal handgun that has an RMR or an RMR cuts on the slide is an SBR, doesn't it?
Yep.
Because no handguns in this country have red dots on them or need them or use them, right? And yes, that's
not at all.
That's sarcasm, by the way.
Yeah.
The ATF would assign any gun with a hand stop 2 points. That would put any firearm with the hand stop halfway to becoming an SBR. the ATF would consider any gun with a secondary grip as an SBR. The ATF encourages all companies to resubmit their sample firearms to the ATF's tech branch to be re-examined. It would cost the companies thousands of dollars for almost no chance of getting another determination letter stating that they can sell their gun as a pistol. Even if a manufacturer's product scores under 4 points, the ATF can determine that the company is trying to circumvent the NFA. The ATF could choose to charge the company with a crime. This power could discourage companies from selling brace pistols even if the ATF rules it as a pistol. The ATF firearms like Mossberg Shockwave and the TAC-14 will be considered short-barrel shotguns. There is no way to get any shotgun-based guns that could make it through the new regulations. And the next part is the ATF gives gun owners several choices. The first choice is turning the guns into the ATF. Yeah, not in your life.
Nope.
The ATF said this choice would be at no cost to gun owners, other than, say the hundreds of thousands of dollars they paid for the firearm itself. Yeah, don't give us that. Obviously this move is the gun confiscation move. The second choice would be to install a barrel more than 16 inches long. The third choice is to pay a $200 tax stamp and register it as an SBR. The final option would be to modify the brace and not sell it to anyone in the future. Okay. The document gives some alternatives. Those alternatives include making the rules just guidance. That chance would mean that they would not have to enforce. They would not have the force of law. Other alternatives, including grandfathering all firearms with braces or forgiveness of the tax stamp fee, are there too. The comment period will still be open for pistol braces, and comment period on unfinished frame and receivers are still open. Read the proposed rule here. I'm going to go link it in the YouTube chat. Daniel's asking, did Honda send you your beach ball? He did not. Honda, what's the update on the beach ball situation?
I mean, you are the creator of the universe, right? I think you could conjure up your own beach ball.
Daniel, there you go. That's the situation.
Especially because somehow stuff gets lost mysteriously in the mail.
Yeah, I mean, last time I sent you something, it was awesome.
Just disappears. So
worked out great,
Yeah.
I think in day one you should have started out with lasers instead of rocks and rivers and stuff.
Yeah. Well, you got to build it up.
Yeah, I mean, you can't just throw everything complex to us simple beings. He has to, over time, get us used to more and more technology.
So
That's true.
Travis, what do you think about these new definitions and rulings?
Well, I think they're taking as much poop as they can possibly generate out of their bowels, and they're just throwing it and hoping they can get something to stick that they're going to be able to actually enforce, because there's no way, there's no way that they can enforce that with so many millions of us out there that have these pistols.
Would you say that they're taking 5 to 20 pounds out?
Oh, they're just going through every person in that department, including their little incoming Frodo-like leader, and they're just throwing fistfuls of it at the American populace. And whatever we don't wipe off is what they're going to hope to get to stay. So
I say their new leader looks more like Gollum than Frodo.
I have no idea. He just looks like a little Giuliani, like a little mini-me Giuliani.
Mm-hmm.
So you mentioned that you can modify the pistol brace. Do they have 700 pages of specs on how to do that to make it fit?
Probably.
The definition of,
I posted the link out there on the YouTube chat. I'll post it here in the side chat if you want to look at it too. But it honestly, I don't think there's any other way other than putting a normal stock and putting a regular barrel on a AR pistol and just be done with it.
Yeah, but you can't do that, can you? Because it's registered as a pistol, so it has to stay a pistol.
Well, if they're going to redefine it as an SBR, then of course then they're going to want you to get the tax stamp too. I just don't see how this is going to fix gun crime. And I thought the main concern,
it's not about gun crime. It's about it's about whittling down your and my rights, and it's about asserting more control over something that doesn't need control.
Yeah,
I totally agree with that.
If they're going to do that, where they're just like, oh, if you have a brace on, it's now an SBR. I mean, then what is the point? Like, why not just go full stock? And at that point, it's like, well, hell, I already got something illegal. Why not just drill, baby, drill, and like go full tilt?
It's also, this is one thing I see. If a scenario hits the fan, who the heck is going to follow the law or rules? People are going to be speeding. People are going to be, going to stores and taking stuff, because they don't have food or supplies. And people are going to be shouldering braces on their pistols. And it's going to happen.
How many guns in Australia get people to turn in during their gun buyback fucking ban thing that they did?
Very little. I don't know what the numbers are, but I know it
was like 37 or something like that.
Yeah.
They got like 70 whole guns turned in.
Yeah. And they were supposed to turn them all in, not just, the ones they wanted.
And like we were saying last night, there's a good portion of people out there that they don't follow what the ATF's doing every day. They went out and they bought something out of store, when everything was hitting the fan this past summer. And they're like, okay, cool. I got this cool, AR pistol or whatever that's fully legal. Like, if that's sold to me fully legal, they're never going to check an ATF website or check in on anything. So, like, the only people that potentially are going to do anything with this are like the goody two-shoes, like, blue lives matter. Everything is whatever the government says, that like actually follows this stuff. The majority of people are either not going to know about it or just go, yeah, pound sand.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
So that's what we're dealing with right now.
It's just funny, like when they show buyback articles on the net and stuff, and the guys in the channels will talk about it and stuff, and you see the rifles that they're collecting and stuff, and it's usually not like what the police think they would get. Oh man, we should be having like a bunch of AR-15s and 308s and all this type of stuff, AR-10s and stuff. It's all hunting rifles and stuff,
Yeah, what sucks is like a lot of times what gets turned in is like Grandpappy's old rifle that he brought home, like collector's piece or something. It's like that should not be turned in. Or to your point, it's like somebody like hack down, Grandpappy's old rifle or shotgun or something, or, they get the people that are smart enough to go to Lowe's and they buy $50 worth of supplies and get $200 in gift cards.
That's right. Yeah, that's true, man. Yeah, losing a good heirloom, especially if it's like a M1 Grand or, that they used during the war or something, Or
like, what was it, a couple years, I want to say it was like Boston or something a couple years ago when like, that lady was like, oh, my husband had this old rifle and he died like years ago and he had this in the closet. It was like a Sturmgewehr, like that he brought home.
Yeah, the Sturmgewehr. And the cops ended up buying it because they didn't want to like have it destroyed, They wanted to have it like restored and stuff,
Yeah, but that doesn't always happen. Like if you get Officer Derpy or whatever. No offense, Derpy. But like,
you taking on Derpy?
Or Officer Doofy, that's what I meant to say.
Doofy, there you go,
Doofy.
Like, I found this gun. It's illegal. We can't have it.
They're just gonna destroy like a timeless piece of history.
I know, man. It just sucks.
I think we all miss a little bit what's really happening here. And we think about, we touch on a little bit of, this is a game. This is a huge multi-level game. and the ATF doesn't know how to play the game without cheating, and that's what we're up against. This is a game. Just this latest proposal that they put up, it's taking our focus, it's taking our resources, it's taking your thoughts. I mean, many of us have already looked at the new rules, and what are you trying to do? You're trying to figure a way around those rules. You're trying to wonder what this could be and that. And then you look at it, how ridiculous the whole thing is. Are you telling me my government is going to tell me how I can hold an object? And if I hold it wrong, now I'm a felon? Come on, man. You know that's ridiculous. Say I got a pistol brace. It complies to all of your rules. I touch my shoulder with it when I use it. How the hell do you know? Probably the only way you would know is if I was shooting it at you. And so therefore it doesn't even matter. This is just a big game, multi-leveled game, like all of it. Mm-hmm. What if they win? Either way, nobody wins on this whole thing. Let them have their proposals. Let them implicate them. It's probably not going to make it through the courts. That's a different subject if it does make it through, but it's not even going to go anywhere, right? But if they drop it and go over, we try to pat ourselves on the backs for a false victory. This is just a big old game of theirs.
The problem with letting it go to the courts is, though, that the ATF has already denied what the courts have said in the past. Like when they brought back the bump stock ban, and they said, nope, bump stocks are legal again. ATF flat out said, yep, we don't care what the courts say. We're still saying they're illegal.
Well, see, where it needs to fall back on us. To have a free country and to fight for something, you might have to do a little more fighting than sending an email. Yeah. And if you let them get away with this and the courts don't back you up, then it's time to do something about it yourself.
That's revolutionary talk. That's the kind of talk that's going to get a knock from the ATF or the FBI on your door, you know?
Knock, knock, knock.
Well, I don't know. I just kind of sometimes on the opinion of it, overreacting towards stuff. We need to be attacking the ATF and have them on the defensive for them even being in existence, not sitting and worried about what they're thinking or what they're going to do next, and trying to control it that way. You need to control how it needs to be controlled if that's what it comes to. And if that's what it comes to, if you're not willing to use that pistol in your hands to keep it in your hand, then maybe you didn't deserve that pistol in the first place. Maybe they were right all along.
So,
just so my FBI agent knows, I'm not saying that I agree with that statement.
I plead the fifth.
I plead the fifth dimension.
Everything about those proposals is an infringement. 100%. There's nothing in there that is going to provide safety. There's nothing in there that's going to lower crime. It's just part of their game.
They know that. Yeah, they know that.
If they really wanted that gone, if they really wanted your bump stocks and your pistol braces gone, they would pull the old-fashioned trick. They would say that was an unsafe product, and it would be gone. They're playing this game. It's took resources for years. It's took our thoughts. It's took our energy and focus away, and that's all they're really after. To call their bluff, to put them in a situation where they would be on the defensive, is say, okay, your proposals are ridiculous. You know it. I know it. We'll see you in court. Not sit and complain. Anything they do, open up a complaint bureau for your emails. They know if 1 million people hear what's going on, they'll get 1 million emails. They already know that. They don't care what you say in that. They don't care about it one damn bit.
No.
It's just more part of your games to lock up your resources, lock up your thoughts, and in the long run, they're distracting you from something else.
The question is, what are they distracting us from?
Well,
I was having this thought on that subject.
Let them call their bluff. I was having this thought on that subject. They say tomorrow every single AR pistol is now illegal because they have one measurement or form of another to ban it. Okay, you did that. Okay, is there an appointment we make for you to come get it? You
My
told me
thought on
I'm
that
supposed
was-
to have a catalytic converter on my car too. Oh, I cut it off. Like you got a search warrant to come on property, see if I got a catalytic converter? See if I was holding my catalytic converter correctly, legally or not? Like I said, it's just a huge game, man.
So my thought on that was, where are they going with it, right? Like, what is their moral obligation to take our guns away that they feel justified in doing so? And my thought was, like, maybe they know how bad things are about to get, and they want to limit the amount of collateral damage from people with guns doing things against their neighbors. And I'm not saying that, like, people in here are going to be doing that, because I think most people in here are going to have the kind of preparations where they don't need to go, like, knocking down doors to feed their kids. But I guarantee you there's a lot of people out there in this country who have a gun and not enough food. And when the stores are closed, they're going to use that gun to get more food. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think maybe, just maybe, I'm not saying necessarily, but maybe that's their plan is, like, we got to, like, mitigate this problem somehow. So
I think what happened in January is what January 6th is what set them off, man. They don't want another of that. They don't want it in a bigger scale or small or another similar scale.
They don't want a lot of pissed off Americans storming them again because they did something wrong. Because they know they did something wrong.
January 6th is a myth anyway. Like, what they're talking about happened on January 6th versus the reality on the ground are two separate, completely distinctive things, and they want to talk about it like they're the same. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If that was the case, though, and like I'm not saying that
like you're talking about playing their game. That's playing their game right there. Is like, oh yeah, January 6th insurrection. Like, you're using their language, and I'm not saying that like you're a bad person or you're guilty for that, but I'm saying, like, we're all kind of guilty. We're all indoctrinated. We're all living in this reality in which you kind of have to, like, step back and realize, like, that's not the way that life is supposed to be, to even, like, realize that there's a problem. And I know that there's a problem. So anyway.
Well, that insurrection of the Capitol scared the hell out of the government. They say, oh my God, this happened. Can another one happen again? Yeah, it can. If people are pissed off enough. And that's what was the good part. There's a good part of it and a bad part of it. The bad part of it is because it made people look like total idiots. But the thing is that it showed the people in the Senate and in the government buildings that if you piss the people off enough, they will retaliate.
Well, I mean, you're forgetting, though. They opened the doors and let people in.
Oh, yeah.
They escorted the guy with the hat and the, like the bull hat or whatever. It wasn't a bull. It was a buffalo hat. They escorted him around, and they were like, hey, as long as you're not here to do damage, we're cool with you guys. Like, come on this way.
Yeah, here's this room and everything like that. So,
and
like,
those people are still being held in prison without bail, without, like, the rights that are guaranteed to us by our Constitution as citizens of this country. And we're just, I'm not saying we're okay with that, but it seems like we're okay with that,
Well, see, the thing is that the way I see it is that there was more people than there was security. And if the guys that were, like, doing the security, the police officers and all that, they said, what the heck, let them in. I'm not going to go toe to toe. I'm not going to be firing at people, and I'm not going to be shooting somebody today. So let them in, And then, of course, you had other people. Yeah, not all of them, because there was that one guy that shot that woman, in the neck, But I mean, some people just said, the heck with it. I'm not going to get myself beat up just so these guys can storm in. So they said, what the heck, let them in. And they could have been told that. They could have said, guys, let them in. We have no way of holding these people off. That's what could have happened.
You know what? I think you might think they were scared from January 6th. They wanted January 6th to happen.
That's what I'm saying.
The only thing that they're disappointed is it didn't go worse for them.
Right.
Because their whole deal was to blame this on Trump.
Exactly.
And to blame this on the 50% of the country that they hate, us deplorables. Mm-hmm. They spent a whole year supporting riots, looting, burning a store's business,
burning a
bail you out of jail, make sure you don't face any charges. So they're not, when they know those are small groups, those were small, even though those cities were terrorized and all this and that, those was a small group of people that could have got handled by police or whoever, if they do their job. They built and planned that up. They knew there was going to be a massive crowd in Washington, D.C. within 100 yards of their building. They egged it on and did everything they could. They were delighted when the people came to the lawn, right? Their only downfall is there wasn't tons of violence. There wasn't a bunch of death. There wasn't destruction. That is the only place they fell short on where they were disappointed.
Dude, the only person who died was actually Babbitt. The only person who died was murdered by the police of DC. And there was never, like, how many people get shot by the police? How many, like, things?
If that had been a Black Lives Matter thing, and somebody died at that, what kind of holy hell would the media have brought down on the fucking Capitol Police?
Seriously.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there was probably several plans that went awry that day that didn't benefit them. They're not scared of that ever happening. They'll say that and put that in your mind and on the news and the public that it was such a terrible thing. That's exactly what they wanted. It just fell short. Mm-hmm. So they will do better next time. They learned from their mistakes.
Yeah, because there was plenty of people outside that were not part of the storming the Capitol and stuff, and they were just, people were trying to, like, I guess the cops are trying to take them away, and they say, hey, we had nothing to do with that. We're out here. Yeah. We're just out here protesting, and stuff, and they were just like,
Kingpin's also mentioning that Rosanna Boylan died on the Capitol steps as well. So there wasn't just one death, there were two.
Who else died?
Rosanna Boylan.
I'll just say...
Who was that? I didn't hear about that one.
Yeah. You didn't hear about it because it happened on the steps of the building, to get into.
What was the story on it?
I don't know. He just mentioned it. I'm going to go look it up.
My point of view is it like this. Like, they knew the crowd was coming. They had plenty of time to prepare. But even with that aside, that is the Capitol of the United States with all of our representatives inside that building at this moment. You are not going to go up there and get through them doors, no matter if it's a crowd or not, if they didn't want you there.
Yep.
I'll just say that. You wouldn't make it through that door if they didn't want you there.
That's right.
Well, they've had, increased security. They're talking about increasing the budget for the security in the future and measures that they're going to take. And I think that's because they know of all the things that they're going to do. They're going to piss people off so bad they're going to need that kind of security at the Capitol.
Aren't there
what
still
kind of a representative republic are we living in? Not a democracy, by the way, wherein our elected leaders need protection from their electorate. I yelled till my guns fell.
Aren't there still troops at the Capitol?
There are. Yep.
And they've set up a permanent base just outside of Washington, D.C., where the National Guard now has
a quick reaction force.
Yeah, permanent station there.
And they basically caged all the government buildings in with, normal fences.
And how many firearms were used in aggression on January 6th?
How many firearms did they confiscate from people that they arrested?
By the police.
None. There were no firearms confiscated there. No one that was there that was arrested or looked at or whatever had a gun on them. Not one single person there. It's a pretty shitty fucking insurrection if it's
supposed to be. If you're going to plan an insurrection, you bring the tools to do it.
Yep. You bring your Molotov cocktails and homemade potato guns and stuff like that. Shoot some explosives or something, but heck, they just did what they did. They had what they had.
Almost.
All right. Well, there's that. Where do we go from there?
Be happy, everyone.
No kidding. Be happy. Let's see. Something short. I was going to go over these other topics, but But as far as Roseanne Boyland, they believe she had some sort of medical emergency from being trampled by the mob as they were getting into the building on the steps.
I like that one video where they show that cop helping that old lady come down the stairs, and then people are making TikTok videos like, "You should let her walk by herself, let her fall on her ass and stuff." And I'm kind of like, dude, what the hell? That's an old lady.
That's
come
violent.
on.
That is violent. So, what else? Travis, you got anything? Any words of wisdom tonight for us?
No, man. I was just going to check guns.com and see if they had any news posted. See if there's anything else that's been. I haven't heard a whole lot. I just heard a few things like ammo's slowly starting to come back on the shelves.
I've noticed that a little bit, but not the ammo I need.
Yes. Yeah. I mean,
you'll come back soon.
Prices are up definitely, but not as bad as they were earlier. But still, the online retailers are pretty disappointing what they're charging for stuff, but they can. So just choose not to shop there.
My local ammo's back too. Lots of selections. Price about half of what the online people are charging. It definitely looks good, and the owners told me it's been getting better and better all the time, every shipment. So
cool. That's good.
Still 0 primers or powder, though. That's like Bigfoot and Unicorn.
Yeah, can somebody explain the powder thing to me? Is it because there's such a limited production of powder in the first place that when you have a monster demand, the industry just wasn't ready for it, or what? What do you guys think was with the whole powder thing?
I have no idea. With powder and primers, it's just not like hard to get. It's impossible to get.
Yeah.
Find me one place, not even one person, one store that has them in this entire country or the interwebs, and it doesn't
Bass
exist.
Pro Shop. My friend, a buddy of mine, was getting it at Bass Pro Shop. He was getting primers and
one of those things you got to check it daily, though.
I'm not gonna say there was a lot, but there was some.
Oh, I think it's going to hit a saturation point eventually where we'll start to see more of it on the shelves because the people that need it have it. The people that want to stock up or waiting for the prices to drop a little bit. There's people that just need it for daily consumption. They're going to buy it. And it's just going to be sitting around, and the retailers just can't sit on it. I mean, they're going to be losing money on it because it's taking up shelf space. And, so I think it's going to get better as time goes on.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the price to come down. Like, I was thinking about spending a bunch of money, or not a bunch of money, but like getting enough of each caliber that I need because it's available right now and the prices have come down a little bit. I feel like the prices are going to come down significantly more.
I'm going to make this joke because we went over the topic. But has anybody noticed that the price of pistol uppers have gotten ridiculously cheap now?
Well, they're not as low as they were, say, a year ago, but they're.
I saw one at PSA for $199 today.
Oh, okay. Now that's okay. That's a first.
A friend of mine picked one up.
Online's been around $250 or so.
But again, this was just the complete upper minus the bolt carrier gear from charging handle. But still, not a bad price. But
so
again,
tack another $100 onto it then.
Yeah. But again, with the proposed ruling, does it matter at that point? But I had to mention it because I saw the prices on uppers because I get emails from PSA and a bunch of other companies, and the uppers the pistol uppers have gone down at least $100 or $200, because of this ruling today.
That's crazy because you think they would go up because you're talking about the ruling that could potentially ban them, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So I think there's going to be some people out there maybe that don't. Understand guns and laws.
I'm thinking they may have held on to too many, and they're trying to get rid of their stock before they can't sell them anymore, like as they are.
And they're sitting on it because people don't want to buy them because they're either afraid to buy them or they want to wait and see what the rule end up saying, say 6 months from now. So they're going to sit on it. And then there's people like us who are waiting for the prices to go down. So they're just a glut of inventory at this point, I think.
Yeah. So, but. Yeah, Travis, there is one article at guns.com we can go over. I can post it in the side chat.
Do it, man. Let's check it out.
This is not one that makes me happy, but it's one we probably have to talk about.
All right, let's see what we got here. The release blueprint for gun seizure laws, that one?
Yeah.
All right,
that was posted today. Feds release blueprint for gun seizure laws, seek funding.
Oh, this is ERPO or whatever, ERPA stuff, red flag law, proposed language.
Extreme risk protection orders, ERPO.
Yep.
So, U.S. Department of Justice this week published model legislation to help states craft their own extreme risk protection order laws, otherwise known as controversial red flag laws, which skip due process, by the way.
God damn it.
This is a quote. Today we continue to deliver on our promise to help save lives. No, you don't. While protecting the rights of law-abiding Americans. No, you're not. Said recently appointed U.S. Attorney General Merrick Garland. Piece of crap. In a state along with the rollout, we welcome the opportunity to work with communities in the weeks and months ahead in our shared commitment to end gun violence. You mean dick over the American people. Gotcha. Going past what many existing state laws allow, the model legislation enables not only law enforcement or a family member to request such a gun seizure order, but also a dating or intimate partner, healthcare provider, or school official. It allows for ex parte orders, which famously gets the guns first without the subject of the order even knowing it has been filed, and makes the burden of restoring their Second Amendment rights an adversarial process. Further, it requires the law enforcement agency carrying out the search and seizure order to report to the National Instant Criminal Background Check System, as well as any known state background check system, effectively suspending the subject's right to keep and bear arms. What it does not include is any form of counseling or mental health treatment, although the nature of such order is to keep an individual at crisis from legally accessing or possessing guns. It is also vague about penalties or punishments for those filing or false or harassing orders, leaving that up to the states to decide. The proposed Department of Justice budget request sent to a Democrat-controlled Congress for the Biden-Harris administration includes $40 million in federal funding for an incentivization program for red flag and gun licensing laws. Currently, 19 states and the District of Columbia have varying extreme risk protection order laws. Pro-gun groups have stumped against such laws for years. Such organizations argue red flag orders have little impact on crime and instead force individuals to surrender legal firearms to law enforcement based on often uncorroborated statements. That then puts those gun owners into an expensive uphill fight to get their rights restored. They also criticize the trend as a move to go after guns rather than potentially dangerous people, as the orders typically have no mandate for mental health evaluation tied to them. You know, if you send police to confiscate someone's firearms because he is considered to be a threat to himself or someone else, Alan Gottlieb, founder of the Second Amendment Foundation, told Guns.com previously, but you leave that individual essentially on the loose, what's to prevent that person from committing mayhem with a car or some other weapon? Gottlieb also contends that the orders could be used maliciously, saying nobody should be subjected to such legal abuse, essentially being considered guilty until they prove themselves innocent, and in the meantime having their Second Amendment rights suspended or revoked. That's the end of the article. Daniel posted a $2 super chat saying, couldn't you just will all these gun laws away? I wish I could. I wish it worked like that. But apparently,
delete the file or something?
I tried that. It didn't work. You know, apparently the people that are perpetrating this are too persistent.
So this is where you screwed up, Royal. Okay.
Mm-hmm. So, SS Pawn out there says 8th thumbs up. Thanks, Stan. So, there's that. And, you know, I think we need to talk about the red flag laws a little bit. Does anybody want to jump in on this?
I almost got red flagged. It was awesome.
Yeah. I know you don't want to go over that, so we won't go over that.
Oh, it's fine. Just my kid was playing video games online, and I guess he was just poning this other kid so hard that he decided to call the police and tell them that he was being threatened with my guns because he knew my son well enough to know that I had guns. And I basically had to talk to a police officer and tell him why it wasn't going to be an issue. Pretty fun.
How long ago was that?
I mean, it was a year, something like that.
Okay.
Dang, man.
All right. And you're in a state of which you have to worry about that.
Oh, shit.
Now, Travis, do they have any red flag laws in Nebraska? Okay, I'm guessing not. Jason, do they have any red flag laws in your area?
No.
Okay.
You know, typically there's already laws on the books that handle such situations, you know, domestic violence or anything like that. So we don't have red flag laws.
Right.
Red flag infringements, I mean.
You know, and that's the problem with red flag laws. They don't actually attack the problem at hand, which is, you know, they're half-assed, okay? They're taking away someone's right to the Second Amendment and taking away their property. It's not compensating them for the property. It doesn't help the people who are in crisis get over that. There's no process to help them get through what they're going through. It's literally, we're just taking your property and we're running off with it because we're the government and you have to do what we say.
We're from the government and we're here to help.
And that's why I call it bullshit, because they're not here to help. They're only here to take your things away. You know, they don't want to help you go through whatever crises that's going on, and that's the problem of these laws. You know, if you're gonna make a law and you're actually worried about the person in question that's in crises and the people around them, help that person get the help they need to get over the crises, and don't take away their property.
Help Night Strike help you.
Taking away their property does not make a person happier. It only makes them more depressed. It only sinks said person into deeper crises. Or am I wrong about that?
It doesn't help them. It's like giving someone a speeding ticket for not having insurance also when they don't have money for... They're trying to get to work and make money to like get it in the first place. It's like, okay, now I got to pay for a ticket before I can get insurance.
Right?
Yeah.
So, again, it's the problem with these red flag laws. All right. DJ Plano says, "Come on, new brass guns." There's no red flags here. Good. There's no red flags in my state either. So, all right.
We're not China.
Yeah, we're not China.
China.
But also, you know what? Since we're here, Honda, did you hear that China has basically banned all forms of cryptocurrency?
Yep, that's why Bitcoin went down like $20,000.
Yeah, it's gone up a little bit again, but I don't think it's back up to where it was. No, so.
Oh God.
So, there's that. Guy in the comment says if they are a danger to themselves, just take the guns and leave the knives. Yeah, because that'll work so well, won't that? Yeah. So, with that, why don't we go through the room and let everyone say their final thoughts, and we'll get out of here and go do something else. Because I really don't have anything else tonight. I was going to go over some of those other articles, but I really don't want to now. After all that. So So, Honda, you got anything you want to let people know about the maybe your chat that happens on Sundays?
There is a Gay Frog chat. It is on Sunday. Every Sunday, in fact. We just did episode 100. Doing it for 2 years now.
Congrats.
Congrats, man.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
What channel is that again?
E-Honda 420, like weed. Weed and guns, because America should be free.
Indeed.
It's the people's weed.
Angry? Any final thoughts? Any words of wisdom?
No, not one.
All right. Duke, you're muted. Any final thoughts or words of wisdom?
Duke's asleep.
He's asleep?
Duke's asleep,
Yes.
probably.
He's already asleep. Okay.
Duke is 100% asleep. There is no
I'm
doubt
not
about
asleep.
that.
I had a phone call.
Okay. Travis, final thoughts, words of wisdom. Where can we find you?
You can find me at the Church of Night Strike on Sunday morning. No, I'm just kidding. Travis P11. You can find me on GunStreamer, GunTube, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Shields. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, you can find him at the Church of Night Strike every Saturday morning. Saturday morning at 8 Central on Caliber Corner.
That's right. That is our Bible study that we have before we go to Church of Night Strike. So
yes.
Refreshments will be served.
Exactly. Code Red Mountain Dew and donut holes.
Mm-hmm.
Donut holes.
Oh my God,
donut holes are so good. So underappreciated.
All right,
you can fix the world's problems with donut holes.
Donut holes.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, once in a while, I like the powdered sugar ones or the regular sugar ones too. But
the caked donuts.
Yes.
Cake donuts are awesome.
Jason,
I'm gonna go get some donuts right now.
Jason, final thoughts, final words of wisdom. Plug your channel.
Yeah, man. Thanks for the invite, and I apologize for getting a little riled up there earlier, but I have blood memory from a previous free man before the ATF, so I apologize for that. And
it's your Viking ancestors, channeling through you,
Yeah, you can't blame me. Blame Grandpa. So, yeah, if you guys ain't doing nothing, come hang out on Monday nights about 8 o'clock. We do Moan and Groan, and we just hang out. It's not all guns. Some of it's just a bunch of BS, life, incidences, stuff. Just it's more of just hanging out and what are you doing?
All right.
So, thanks for the invite. Good to see you.
Thank you, George. Final thoughts, words of wisdom.
Yes, on YouTube you can find me under George Cortez, and on Instagram you can find me under South Texas AR Guy. Thanks for the invite. Great time to be here. And where's the wisdom? If you're gonna walk on eggshells,
don't what?
If you're gonna walk on eggshells, don't hop.
No, hopping would be bad. Mm-hmm. Matt, do you have any words of wisdom for us?
No.
No? Okay. All right. Well, thank you for showing up. So,
where are we?
Yeah, that's exactly what I ask myself every Tuesday nights at 9 o'clock.
I showed up, but I don't know where we're at.
Thank you for being here and for all that you have done for our existence.
So,
yeah.
I'm sorry. This is the Church of Night Strike, but yet I'm the only actual ordained minister here. So, does that make me the prophet?
No, that makes you the Pope.
The Pope.
Yeah, you're the Pope. Angry's the prophet.
We all collectively voted, Matt, and you are officially the Pope.
I think we're all the prophets.
You're the Pope.
Matt is just which one started the Christian church?
The Catholic Church.
Peter?
Constantine?
Peter?
Emperor Constantine?
It was Peter, Saint Peter. No, it wasn't Peter.
Wasn't Peter? No.
It was
Emperor Constantine of the Roman Empire was who started the Christian faith.
Emperor Palpatine, got it.
Emperor Palpatine, exactly.
It was
Captain Crunch. What?
It was one of the 12 apostles. I forget the name of it. Which one specifically?
Well, there was NEA and there was Honda.
Right.
South Texas gun guy, the AR guy. There's Jason Stewart. There's the Prophet Angry. There's the Squibload.
It's good load.
I think it was Peter. I think it was
brother.
It was
13.
It was Saint Peter, who was one of the apostles of the Catholic Church. So, anyways, we're getting off topic. So, with that, we'll get out of here. Check out GunTube.org. Check out Patreon if you want to help us out. Give us a couple bucks, or you could use the PayPal link at the in the description, and send us out a few dollars if you like what we're doing. But calm down. You don't worry. You don't have to do a darn thing. So, other than that, we'll get out of here. Thanks for hanging out with us. We'll see you guys on the next one. So I'm stealing Matt's thing. So on that note, stick a fork in her. She's done.
Adios, amigos. Adios, mi amigos de YouTube.
Hi, cabrón.
Cuídate con la boca, niño.
Something about a boca.
Watch your mouth, little
Hola,
boy.
mi amigos en Face.
Sí,
Stay
hola a
hydrated.
todos. Ustedes van a seguirnos cada martes hasta ahora. Sí.
Nachos, Taco Bell.
Anyhow.
I love me a big gordita.
Hey, me gusta Taco Bell.
Me gusta chalupa.
Me gusta chalupa. Yeah.
Selling soldiers in a human grocery store.
Sí.
All my guns fell over because I was yelling.
Oh my god.